Okay, here's our quiz for 6-1, or for a couple different sections, I should say. But for numbers 1, 2, and 3, we're going to use this picture up here. Okay, make sure you put your answers over here. You probably do your work on the back. It should be blank. You should have room to do that. So, number 1, it says find the scale factor, okay?
Teachers.
So when we want to find the scale factor, all that means is we want to pick out two sides, one side from each shape, make a fraction, and reduce it. For example, if I were just picking out random numbers, if I had a side that was 4 on the big shape, or on the little shape, and then a side that was 8, that would reduce to 1/2. So that's what you need to do for number 1. Number 2, we're going to find the value of x. So here's x, and you want to set up a proportion, or you could just take the scale. A couple different ways to do it. Let's just do a proportion. So I always like to start with the letter first. X over what? Who does x correspond with in this other shape? Put that number there, and then pick out 2 more corresponding sides. But again, we went little to big, so you got to make sure you go little side to big side on that one. And you're going to do the exact same thing for z. Okay, we want to know how many degrees angle Q is. Now remember, you can use the letters to know that Q would correspond with that right there, because they're both in the second spot in the similarity statement. So that one you should just be able to look and you'll figure out Z. You could maybe even do that with going back to X. X is talking about QP. So QP was the first 2 letters here. Who's the first 2 letters over here? Look at the shape, and you should be able to do it actually without even doing the proportion. Moving on to number 4, we're going to use this picture down here. Okay. We want to describe the dilation. So how does it change from DABC to DEFG? Okay. How does it change? Basically, we want to find the scale factor. So this side's 2. What would the side of the whole shape be over here? That's how we would describe that. 5, 6, and 7, we want to figure out if these 2 shapes are similar. And if they are, write a similarity statement. Again, the statement would look something like this, like X, Y, Z is similar to A, B, C. Okay, make sure you go in the same order. So you need to check and make sure. Checking sides, angles. Remember down here on this one, we're going to have vertical angles here, so those are going to be equal as well. Okay? So that's it. If you have questions, please ask. Have a good rest of the day.